Here comes Final Jeopardy for you guys. Actresses, make your wagers.
Well, that little flurry of activity at the end of Double Jeopardy is going to make quite an interesting situation here. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams. First, I gotta say, Lori's daily double bets were surprisingly weak. 1,500 on that last clue with 2 clues left, and Will got the $1,600 clue wrong, and then got the $2,000 clue right, and now he's in the lead. Even more surprising was her $2,000 wager on the day category. I'd gone for everything there, just because you're spotted what could be half the clue, and it was half the clue in her case, and it's probably going to be pretty easy. Marika got a little boost there from Will's miss, picking up that rebound on a small Himalayan country, which is almost always Bhutan, I would say. And she might get locked out if my initial judgment is correct. So let's go through this. Lori and Will are just so close that Will's going to want to wager to lock out. So 27,000. To do that, he's going to need 13.2. Stay above that on the downside. Lori's going to want to wager at most 12.9. And Marika could wager up to 600 less, so 5,800. Now, if Marika doubles up, she's going to have 12.8. Lori could wager at most 700. I'll put that up here to stay above her. Will, I guess, could wager 1,000. Most I don't like that wager, so we'll put it there anyway and put it way down, so I probably forget about it later. And Marika can't really do anything about that because she doesn't have... Sorry, there was the image of Trebek as, I think, Mephistopheles in the whole devilish attire, which is just really funny. Okay, let's look at the strategic strategy now. If Lori wagers 700, she'll have 14.2, so Will could wager 400 to cover that. If he's wrong, then he would have 13.4, so Lori might want to cap her wager at 100. And I guess you keep going back and forth. If Lori wagers 100, then Will could wager 200. 200 on the downside, so it'll be over here. It's tough doing this I'm under lights, but not under those lights, so I can understand how hard I know how hard it can be to wager when you're on stage. Zero cover wagers, because I'm pretty close to out of time. Let's see. Separate by 300, so 600 up here. I like that as Lori's range. At most 300, but this 200 is going to block that. So Marika has no zero cover wagers, so I guess this is it. I like 600, 700. For Will, I prefer 400. If you want to get... Well, actually, he's been watching Lori's games, and Lori did wager, $101 short in her first game, so I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here. For Marika, I like as much as you can, 5,800.
Jeopardy is brought to you by Elise PM. In the category Actresses, this is the Final Jeopardy clue. She won a 2006 Oscar and a 2015 Tony for playing the same monarch, though in different productions. 30 seconds, players. Good luck.
Can't really think of anyone else other than Helen Mirren. But was that 10 years ago that she was the Queen? Was that what it's called? Well, we'll find out soon enough.
All right, Marika, we're going to start with you. You had 6,400. You were in third place. And you wrote down this response. Who is Kate Blanchett? Sorry, that'll cost you how much? 3,600. That drops you down to 2,800. Takes us to our champion, Lori McDougall. Did she come up with the correct actress? Helen Mirren. She did indeed. Now, history has taught us with you that you wager big. Did you again?
Ooh.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. But
you lead with 26,300.
She is kind of bad.
Will Gilbert. His response was Gwyneth Paltrow. So where will he finish?
You go for the
He
lockout.
lost 13,200. He'll finish in third place. Laurie, you're a 3-day champion now at 78,000. There you go.
And that is an impressive total. I would have suggested, actually, and forgot this part, capping this wager down here at the difference between these two, so it'd be 9,100. So I'll have to give her a yellow, I think, there. Maybe even, I actually might give her a pink for that. Because if she's wrong, if she's wrong, she has 700, and she's going to lose to Marika. So it still forces Marika to get it right. Anyway, my notes. The other Daily Double. The first Daily Double with the Jonathan Swift clue, you could tell the gears were turning really fast, and I almost made the same mistake saying who is fast. And then I thought, well, I don't know anyone named Fast. But, I do know someone named Swift, so maybe that's it. Alex Jacob, big advocate for taking your time during a Daily Double, thinking through the clue, making sure that you're absolutely sure. Even if it looks like stalling, chances are it'll help you out. And what up, Laura out there? Making kids play the piano. I would much rather make kids play the guitar. Because at least with a guitar, you can carry it places and play it on the go. I mean, yeah, you can take a keyboard, but then you got to worry about an outlet. And you can't play around a campfire. Because who's ever played a piano around a campfire? It just doesn't make sense. C25K. It's actually C25K, Couch to 5K, which I guess Alex didn't have that in his notes this morning. Another Sarah McNitt reference today with Be the Match. She's raised a lot of money for that. I believe her mother passed from something having to do with bone marrow or maybe leukemia. This was one of those nights where Archer might have hurt me, actually. I talk a lot about how that show helps me get a lot of obscure stuff, and there's one episode where Mallory says, over there with that awful Louis Cannes repro. So, luckily I know a little bit about French history, and Louis XV wasn't around in the 17th century, so, well, he was, but he wasn't reigning anyway. So that's that, and we'll leave it there, and Lori's got a lot of money now, and she's doing pretty well on the TSU leaderboard, so we'll see if she can move up tomorrow, and I hope you'll join me then, right here, on the Final Wager.